Welcome to the Frugal Gardener's Homestead Garden. Thank you for returning if you are a regular. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping. This is going to be a little different today. We're going to switch things up, take things out of order, because we're going to talk about something that you rarely hear content creators, garden content creators, talk about in the spring, which is teas. Teas that are medicinal, teas that are, well, good for your health, and teas that just taste good. So the reason why I decided to make this video now in June is because most of us, we live in subtropical climates. I live in garden in zone 7A, that's in West Virginia. And when people start talking about teas, growing leaves for teas, it's usually in the fall. It's usually September, October. Well, that doesn't work for me, because if I start trying to grow teas or tea leaves in September, October, it's going to be too cold. So it makes me curious about you guys. I mean, where are you gardening from? What state are you in? What country are you in? Just, drop a comment down below and let me know if you are facing the same issue as I am. In other words, not able to grow much in the fall and in the winter. So what I'm going to do today is go over 5 plants, trees, bushes that you can grow right now, so that when the wintertime comes, you'll have these ready for harvest, or you will have already harvested them, dried them out, and have them ready to go for the bad weather. So the first one I'm going to do is Jamaican sorro. Jamaican sorro, that's this guy here, these seeds here, which I just planted. So no sense in showing you a pot of dirt. But Jamaican sorro, it takes about 4 months to grow. And you have to wait until it's warm. So between 75 and 85 degrees, just like it is now. It's an annual, so it doesn't come back. But it has a lot of good qualities. It is also known as hibiscus. It has antioxidants, rich in vitamin C. It helps your immune system. So that's number 1 on my list. A lot of people have heard of it, but probably have never grown it. So that's my first suggestion. The second is chamomile, which is here. This is chamomile. I have this up here as a reminder, but this is not chickweed. This is actually chamomile, and I have 2 of these. I had this growing on the property before I moved, but a lot of things had to get left. This is a perennial, so this will come back year after year. There's actually 2 popular types of chamomile, and that's German and Roman. So I plant both because the German is a perennial and the Roman is an annual. So this way I have my bases covered, because on the annual, they drop their seeds at the end of the season, and they a lot of times will come back. So in some ways, both of them are perennials. What I like about these is that they're deer resistant and rabbit resistant. Anytime I say resistant, I have to qualify that, because if animals get hungry enough, then they will still nibble on it. But for the most part, especially this time of the year, there's so much else for them to to graze on, then it's a safe bet that they probably will leave this alone until later in the season. But it doesn't matter because I have these inside my enclosed garden, which takes me to number 3. The third thing is something that you probably are already familiar with, and that is something that I've shown you before if you've been here before, and this is my lavender. Lavender has many uses, and even though people use it for soaps, and they use it for candles, and they use it for a lot of other reasons, that's another reason why I have it on outside this gate, because it does help keep the critters away. So I mentioned before in the previous video, my goal is to have these all over the place. My goal is to have at least 100 lavender plants. You can see them coming up now. This is my second year for this lavender rather. And lavender will generally grow for say 8 to 10 years. And it has a strong and pungent odor. So that's what keeps the animals away. So that's something that you might want to consider. And again, it's also a tea. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps with headaches and migraines. So it has many uses. This over here is just starting to come up. And this here, I'm encouraged because I'm starting to see bees, which I didn't see this time last year. So that's another reason why you're seeing different flowers that are not actually growing any food, but I'm leaving more flowers this year to attract the bees. So number 4 on our list is eucalyptus. That is what is growing here, but it's just starting. Now, these are silver dollar eucalyptus. This is lemon-scented eucalyptus. There are tons of varieties, and these are 2 of the popular ones that I have in my garden. I grew these last year, and I'll tell you right now, they don't do well when you transfer them over, because that's what happened. I grew them, and they were doing fine, and then both times when I tried to transfer them, they petered out on me, and boom, it turned out being a failure. I mean, it's kind of the hardest one to grow out of the 5. It takes up to 45 days to germinate, but this is a tree, and it has a lot of good purposes. I mean, it's good for congestion. It's good to soothe your sore throat. And if you have a cold, it cuts down on the time of your cough or your cold. So this is all based on our research. This is something that you guys can do further research on your own if you're interested. But again, growing these things now in June or July. Like I said, right now it's June. It's not even mid-June yet. So everything that I'm telling you to grow is going to take you just a couple of months, take you 3 or 4 months. So even if you start in July, you have July, August, September. See, so by the end of the summer, you'll have what you need. There's a bunch of other things going on in here, but today is not tour day, so I'm not going to cover the rest of them. So number 5 on my list is what I showed you briefly earlier, and that is chickweed. Now, I have to admit, I did not know that chickweed was used for medicinal purposes. We have chickens, and what got me interested was the fact that the chickens like chickweed. So, I mean, that makes sense. So, germination time for chickweed is relatively short, especially in comparison to what I was saying about the lavender. The germination is 7 to 14 days, and it only has to be like in the 50s for it to germinate. 54 to 68 is the temperature for germination. I say this for last because this comes with a warning. And the warning is that it is invasive. So even though it has good qualities, the reason why it's on my list is because it's reportedly good for waste management. It's supposed to help reduce inflammation, and it helps with digestion your foods. But once again, if you're going to plant this, I would plant this in a container because of the fact that it is invasive. So to just recap real quick, Jamaican sorrel, number 1, chamomile, that's number 2, lavender, which I showed you already outside the fence, number 3, eucalyptus, that's 4, and number 5 is the chickweed. So there are more. I could have made this list longer because I'm also growing one of my nephew's favorite. My nephew Christian likes growing mint, and I don't know. I might do a second video because there's way more than just the 5 or 6 that we're talking about here today. So for now, I'm going to leave it at that, and I have another special video coming up for you guys. There's a lot going on. The most I've probably had going on in the garden since I've been up here, and probably ever, because I have all this space now. But we're going to cut it off at 5, and I'm going to get back to work. I have plenty to do. You guys, thanks for stopping by. Please share this video with your friends. And again, let me know what zone you're in, what state you're in, what country you're in, and if you're able to grow this, these type of plants in your neck of the woods in the fall or in the winter. I'm the Frugal Gardener. Thanks again. Remember, when you grow your own food, you always know where it comes from. I'll catch you guys in a few days with another video. Enjoy your day. Get out and grow something.